Letter of intents are also known as memorandums of understanding, and sometimes they're referred to as term sheets as well. There are two typical binding elements to a letter of intent. One is confidentiality, and second is exclusivity for a certain time period. Essentially, you agree that you're not going to shop your business with other buyers during that exclusivity period. In a letter of intent, a buyer and seller negotiate structure, key terms, and the tax treatment. And there are two triggers the moment you sign a letter of intent. Number one, the buyer will start due diligence of your company. And number two, the buyer will start talking with third-party lenders to finance the transaction. You really need a good attorney because while a letter of intent is generally a non-binding document, but it can create certain binding implications, like your legal obligation to negotiate in good faith. Many business owners I run across often think that the letter of intent is the end-all. They're going to sell their business because they've signed a letter of intent. Not so. The only thing that you've done is define the terms early on and basically made a commitment that you're going to negotiate in good faith. Once the negotiation begins for a letter of intent, that's when the buyer and seller dance begins. Buyers want the broadest terms possible. Why? Because it gives them flexibility later on. Sellers want as much specific detail as possible because they're trying to avoid surprises later. That said, the moment you sign a letter of intent, you as the business owner has lost 100% of your leverage. The only thing that can happen to you after you've signed your letter of intent is that your purchase price can go down. How? Well, because your purchase and sale agreement eventually will have a clause for working capital adjustments, adjustments for unrecorded liabilities, off-balance sheet liabilities, etc. So there are plenty of surprises to come. So negotiating a good letter of intent early on and disclosing any material issues up front before the letter of intent is signed is absolutely mission critical. So let's discuss some of the key elements of a letter of intent. Purchase price, terms, structure, how the payments will be made, will there be an earnout, will there be an escrow or a holdback, the source of the buyer's funds, and so forth. My advice to you as a business owner, get yourself a good merger and acquisition advisor and sit down with your accountant and attorney so that you can maximize your sale valuation, minimize your tax implications, and align your personal and family goals with your business and financial goals. Rare Brand Capital helps companies improve performance and sell for maximum value. How ready is your company to grow or to sell? Want to know how you're doing? Get your free score plus customized report in just a few minutes at no cost or obligation. Visit rarebrand.com/score.